Hello, everybody. I hope you have had a good day today, or that you have a good day if you're seeing this in the morning time. So, I just wanted to update everybody as to what's actually going to happen at this hearing on Friday. Some people are thinking that it is an interlocutory hearing, but it is not. You can see right here, they are both motion hearings, 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. It's this one and this one. To understand what's happening, let's go back in time. So if we go back to November 8th, there was an order by the judge setting a deadline for the state to hand over all IGG material in their possession to the judge in camera, which means in chambers in private. Hand over everything to him for his review so he could determine what, if anything, needed to be handed over to the defense. They did so on November 30th. As you see here, they handed everything over. And then it took until, well, we're going to get to how long it took after. That's next. Okay. So on December 15th, the judge put out another order denying the defense's motion to dismiss indictment for inaccurate instructions to the grand jury. The defense was saying it should have been a standard of beyond a reasonable doubt, and the state said no, it's probable cause. It's not an actual conviction. It's, are we taking this to trial? So if we go to page 3, the judge included the actual statute, and it's right here, Idaho Code 19-1107. It says the grand jury ought to find an indictment when all of the evidence before them, taken together, if unexplained or uncontradicted, would, in their judgment, warrant a conviction by a trial jury. So, it doesn't state that the standard of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. The legal standard of proof for a criminal jury trial. So, they argued back and forth about this for weeks. And I mean, I don't know about you, but common sense tells you an indictment means you're charged. It doesn't mean you're convicted. It's just like a PCA, probable cause affidavit, is not all the evidence that they have. It is enough probable cause to say that this is the crime that was committed. This is who likely did it. That's all it is. The rest of the stuff comes out through trial and all their discovery and warrants and subpoenas and stuff. So very much information that we have no clue about whatsoever, and we'll get to see it at trial. So be patient, people. I know there's and I'm talking to myself there too. All right, so after this one came the order sealing defendant's motion for interlocutory. That was on December 22nd. So the defense filed a motion for interlocutory. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? You can think of it as a temporary injunction. It means that the judge would have to find that there is enough of an issue to say, okay, we're going to let you appeal now rather than after conviction. It's permission to go appeal to a higher court and put the criminal case on hold. It is very rarely done. The hearing on Friday is not an interlocutory hearing. It's permission to go do an interlocutory hearing. It's basically asking, Judge, we need to go to a higher court and have a trial within a trial, wait for that court's decision, and then move forward from there with whatever the higher court decides. These are so rarely granted. It might have a 1% chance of being granted. I worked at a law firm for 7 years. These were filed. They're pretty standard. I know people are freaking out. Oh, God, he wants interlocutory, not even knowing what they are. It's just Anyway, it's just a hearing for permission to do so. It doesn't mean anything because it is a fairly standard thing that defendants do during their trial. I saw lots of these, and in 7 years, I saw one be granted. It's pretty rare. There has to be a very huge issue for the judge to say, okay, yeah, we need to wait. We need to stop. We're going to let them appeal now, because that's what it means. So I'm telling you, if it's granted, that I am going to be up in arms, because that will mean that there is something really, really severe. So Friday's hearing is super, super important. Let's move forward a little bit. This one was the same, or I think the next week on December 28th. This is when the judge set the hearings on the motion to reconsider or for permission to appeal. Again, permission for interlocutory hearing. This is when he set it for January 26th at 11 a.m. He said that hearing would be sealed. However, the one at 1 o'clock is open to the public and will be streamed on Judge's YouTube page. Then after that, there will be a scheduling conference, also open to the public. So we'll get to see two things go on. We just won't get to see the 11 a.m. And I know that's the one everybody really, really, really wants to see. So we move forward a little bit more. This is the public order for disclosure of IGG information. On January 11th, the judge was finally done reviewing all of the IGG information and did determine that some of it needed to be turned over, and he did so. He provided it in a sealed order to protect the privacy of the IGG information, including individuals on the family tree. Pretty interesting stuff there. I cannot wait to see all of that, because that has to do with them getting the sample from the trash at Brian's parents' house, and using IGG investigative techniques to find his father that led to him, because he's the only son. Pretty interesting. So then we come forward a little bit more. We're almost done. January 19th, the state came forward, wanted a private hearing on the defendant's motion to unseal. This is when the unsealing and resealing and sealing crap starts happening. Like, before, both sides were okay with everything being sealed from us, from the public. Now the defense wants to unseal their motion to reconsider orders denying motions to dismiss the indictment. I don't know why. I really don't know why they would do that. And then, as you see here, let's see, order. Hold on, let me get the date again so I can find it quicker. 12th. Motion to unseal. And then everything since then, they've still been doing motions to seal everything after. They sealed their own response to the state on the same matter. So it's like they want us to see one document. Why? There's got to be a reason that they want us to see just the one document. They said that the public has a right to know the issues of the case. But as you know, earlier in the case, before the sealing, Ann Taylor was putting things in her motions and things that were, I think, somewhat misleading. And honestly, in my opinion, if the other side of that ends up to be true. So I think they were getting a lot of flack on putting things out there, that we didn't really have any business knowing anyway, and it caused a lot of conspiracy theories early on. But we're almost to trial now. So now in this one, the state wanted the hearing to be, which was yesterday on the 23rd, However, the judge came right back and said, nope, I'm just going to add it to the 11 a.m. hearing on the 26th. So he's going to be hearing a lot of stuff on the 26th. We won't see any of that. However, okay, so now a little while ago, half an hour ago, I noticed that they went live on Judge's channel. Don't know what that is. Hold on. And this is what happened. They did a little test of the courtroom, and this is really cool. Nothing happened, of course, during it. It was just a test live stream. Getting ready for Friday. So here's a sneak peek at what we're going to be able to see on Friday and throughout trial. We'll get to see the judge, and we'll get to see the courtroom. I don't know if they're going to have another camera for the witness stand, which is on the left side of the judge. The jury is over here on the further left from the judge on the right side of the courtroom along this wall over here. But to his left, I believe, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's to the left of him. So I'm wondering if he is going to leave it like this, where we'll only get audio of all the witnesses, or if there will be another camera added for the witness stand. I hope that there is another camera added for the witness stand. It's going to be real hard to catch all that audio, you know? And I just want to see people testify. Unless, you know, the victims and even the roommates, I don't think we're going to be allowed to actually see them. I really don't. I don't think they're going to allow that. So now this channel is Judge John Judge. If you go to my channel on my homepage and go all the way to the bottom, I've got it linked there because he is hard to find if you just search for Judge John Judge. So I went ahead and just added his link on my homepage so you can get to it anytime if you need to. But this is where everybody's going to be watching and live streaming from on Friday. And I will put this link in the description as well. So that is it for today. Again, Friday has a lot going on. It is not the interlocutory hearing itself, it's permission to go do so. So we'll see what happens. If you have any questions or comments, put them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.